Hoke of the tasteless joke Commander Bill Henderson had told him yesterday in the department's cafeteria.
How can you tell when a Haitian's been in your backyard?
How?
Your mango tree's been stripped and your dog's got AIDS.
Hoke hadn't laughed. That won't work, Bill.
Why not? I think it's funny.
No, it doesn't work because everyone doesn't have a mango tree in his backyard and not every Haitian has AIDS.
Most of them have.
No, I don't have a mango tree, neither do you.
I mean AIDS. Most Haitians have AIDS.
Not so. I think the figure is less than 0.5%.
Go fuck yourself, Hoke.
Henderson got up from the table and left the cafeteria without finishing his coffee. Hoke's reaction to Henderson's crummy humor had been another sign, but Hoke hadn't spotted it, and neither had Bill Henderson. Ordinarily, when Bill told one of his jokes, Hoke at least grinned and said, "That's a good one," even when it was an out-of-context gag Bill had written down from the Johnny Carson monologue. But Hoke hadn't smiled for more than a week, and he hadn't laughed at anything for almost a month. Hoke sprinkled a liberal helping of grape nuts into a plastic sieve and ran hot water from the tap over the cereal to make it soft enough that he could eat it without putting in his false teeth. When the cereal had softened sufficiently, he dumped it into a bowl and covered it with half and half. He then sliced a banana into the cereal, upended a pink packet of Sweet and Low over the mixture, and took the bowl and the newspaper out into the Florida room. The sun porch had open, jalousied windows on 3 sides, and a hot, damp breeze blew through them from the lake. The Florida room faced a square lake of green milk that had once been a gravel quarry. The backs of all of the houses were toward the lake in this Miami subdivision called Green Lakes. Not all of the homeowners or renters have glassed-in porches like Hoke. Some of them had redwood decks in back. Others had settled for do-it-yourself concrete patios and barbecue pits. Yet all of the houses in Green Lakes had been constructed originally from the same set of blueprints. Except for the different colors they had been painted and repainted, and the addition of a few carports, there was little discernible difference among them. Hoke sat at a glass-topped, wrought-iron table in a webbed patio chair, and then realized that he didn't have a spoon. He returned to the kitchen, got a spoon, sat at the table again, and slowly gummed his grape nuts and chopped bananas as he read the sports section. Ron Fraser, the Miami Hurricanes baseball coach, who had coached the team to its second win in the College World Series in Omaha, said he might retire in 3, maybe 4 more years, or he might even renegotiate a new contract. It must be hard, Hoke thought, for a sports writer to turn in something every day when there was nothing worthwhile to report. Hoke then turned to Doonesbury, which was poking fun at Palm Beach for requiring mandatory ID cards for non-resident blue-collar workers on the island. Hoke was overwhelmed instantly with a formless feeling of nostalgia. Palm Beach was right across the inlet from Singer Island, and Singer Island, at the moment, was where Hoke wanted to be. Not in his father's huge 4-bedroom house up there on the Lake Worth Intracoastal Waterway, but in a hotel or motel room facing the sea, where no one could find him and force him to read the 15 new incident reports, with their 15 attached supplementary reports, or SUPs, as they were called in the department. Hoke shook his head to clear it, glanced at the box scores, and noticed that the Cubs had dropped another game to the Mets, 3 so far in a 3-game series. He threw down the paper in disgust. The Cubs, he thought, should be able to beat the Mets every game. What in the hell was the matter with them? Every season it happened this way. The Cubs would be 3 or 4 games ahead of everybody, and then drop into a mid-season slump. And then down and down they would plummet into the SUPs, the SUPs, the SUPs. The drapes were pulled back suddenly inside the master bedroom by Alita Sanchez. Hoke turned slightly and waved languidly with his right hand. Alita, still in her pink shorty nightgown and wearing a purple satin peignoir, smiled broadly and waved back. Then she waddled away from the sliding glass doors toward the bedroom, the one she shared with Hoke's daughters, Sue Ellen and Eileen, and with Hoke when he could find it unoccupied. The morning had begun, another broiling, typically humid June day in Miami. It was Thursday, but it could just as easily have been a Tuesday or a Friday. The summer days were all